Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video I'm going to be working on a December daily foundation page for my 2020 album. So this page, the idea came from all of these 2-inch acetate or transparency circles that I got as an add-on to my kit this year. Now, I am filming this right after watching Amy Gretchen's product play class, so I know that this is very similar to the project that she made, just mine is less complex, I guess, because it doesn't have the interactive pieces that made hers so incredibly cool. I am jealous, and I never even thought about that, but that's okay. This is what I'm going to do with mine, and I'm cool with that. So I have I've cut out 2 of these cut files. These are going to go back to back and have these little acetate pieces in the middle of the circles. My idea is to create some of these with patterns, some of them with titles, and some of them that have this circle in here that I can add a photo to later. So I am going to use some of these to create photos. So what I will do then is I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward while I get this all completed. And then once I have everything done, I will slow back down and close you guys out, talk to you about where this is going to go in my album and how I'm hopefully going to use it in the month to come. So let's go ahead and jump in. So using this cut file today, I am going to put this page together fairly quickly. You're going to see this come together pretty quickly. I picked out 12 of these 2x2 circles, and the circles that I made in the cut file you see there are actually 1.75 inches in diameter. That's going to give me a tiny bit of space around the circle that I can adhere the acetate pieces to. Then they're going to be sandwiched in between this top layer and a back layer. So I cut out 2 of them, one that is the mirror image of the other. That way, I can actually sandwich them and know that those cut files will fit together perfectly. So I added some adhesive, just my roller adhesive, around all of those circles so that I could just go ahead and place these onto the file. This one I put in the wrong place at first, and then I'll fix it here in just a second. So this made it really quick and easy. If you are using these same pieces, you just want to make sure to remember to remove the backing piece there. It's not super necessary to keep it on, and I find that eventually they fall off anyway, so I just always take mine off. For the ones that have a sentiment in the middle too, one of the things that I like to do is I like to place it on my mat face up and then pick up my whole cut file to position it over top of the sentiment. That way I know that that sentiment is nice and centered in the circle itself. I did the same thing with these ones that have the copper foil circle around them. It's like a messy circle, just to make sure that they are positioned exactly where I want them to be positioned. So we're going to skip to the end here where I get the last one on there because the whole process is pretty much the same. Then we are going to go back over this with some more adhesive. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all of the edges covered, and I want to make sure that the spine portion has enough to hold everything very stable and secure. I like to add my adhesive on top of another piece of cardstock, just a scratch piece. That way I don't get it on my mat or on my work surface, because it is kind of a pain in the butt to get all the tape and the glue off of our work surfaces. So that's why you see me use a piece of cardstock underneath there. So now we've got it all adhered on there. So sorry about the lighting. I was trying out a new way of lighting my workspace up, which is basically not to have it locked focused. But now, after seeing how it's affecting my lighting, if my head pops in there, I probably will just go back to locking it in, so that it just stays focused on whatever's on my surface there. So anyway, it just happens. That's why it did that like bright light thing. Once I have the two pieces adhered together, I just went ahead, grabbed my 6 hole punch and punched the edge of it. Then I had an idea of potentially, when we get to this day, punching out photos that are 1.5 inches in diameter and seeing what those would look like on some of those pattern paper spots or patterned transparency spots. And they do look really good. On the back side, I wanted to make sure that you wouldn't be able to see the logo of the photo paper I used, and you can't because they're not totally transparent. They are a little bit cloudy, which is nice because then, yeah, I can't see that it says Canon on the other side. So that will give me an option for something I can do with this page, or if it's something that you end up creating, something that you might want to think about. I did look through my stash for some other pieces to use with this same, with this circle piece. One of the things I want to do is add one of these 3x8 journaling cards into my album, but I don't necessarily want to use a page protector. So instead, I just cut a piece of pattern paper that's from the Crepe Paper Hey Santa line right there. I will line it up here on my cutting mat just to use as guidelines for making sure things are straight, and then adhere down the card on top of that. The reason I did that is because when I punch my holes in the side of it, I don't want it to punch holes in the title that says, here's the story. It was a little bit wider than I wanted it to be, so I just trimmed a little bit extra off and then went ahead and hole punched that as well. So that is going to go in here. Of course, if I don't end up using that, I can totally move that around to some other story where I can use it. Because I also wanted to add one of these craft tags in there. I liked the way that I liked the contrast of that paper against the white and the transparencies. I just thought it looked really nice. The last thing I want to do here is add my number. Now, if you are unsure of what day this is going to go on, you don't have to add your number right away. I know that for me, I wanted to add one of these tokens. So I picked the day that this story is going to go on, which is day 18. And this is a page that I'm going to use to document my daughter's school holiday party. So we're going to do a Christmas party here in our homeschool because we're not missing out on that fun. So that's what I'm going to use this for. Now, if this ends up being a different day or, we end up not doing this, I can totally change out the number by just untying the token and putting a different token in its place. So it does give me a little bit of flexibility on the day that I choose. For now, though, I am planning for this to be day 18. So I'm going to add my token right on there, tie it in a little bow, and we'll trim off the strings as well. So I think that this is going to be a really fun foundation for a story and for the photos. I'm super looking forward to filling this all in. And the bonus is that if I don't want to put photos on those transparency circles, they look really good just as they are. So this could totally just be a decorative page that goes along with everything else. Once I get this trimmed off, that will be it. All right, friends, so that finishes up this foundation page for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the bits and pieces that are loose for now into a baggie and just stick it in the album with all the rest of this, just so I know where it's going to go, because I'm not sure at this moment if I want to use the oval frame here with a picture in it and put the December memories underneath, or if I want to go for the smaller image here with the candy cane stripe and the December memories. So something is going to go over here, some kind of photo. Then I will likely put a photo right here in the tag as well, and possibly do another photo on the back or some journaling. Then I've got this area where I can type in my story for the day, and if I need it to go on the front and on the back, I can do it that way, or I can go ahead and print a full photo to cover this entire piece right here. And then last but not least, on this page right here, I can leave it as is and just let it be decorative, or I can also add photos into some of these circles, so which I kind of like that too. And then when I move on to the next page, the see-through elements, you'll be able to see through to the back. So I will likely put some embellishments into the patterns on the back here and line it up with the next day's story. So that is going to be that. And the nice thing is too that these are a 1.5 inch punch, and they fit in these really nicely where you can still see the color and some of the pattern around those pictures as well. So I like that that works in that way. So that is going to be it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the process of putting this foundation page together. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you did enjoy this video, I would love a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got lots more December daily goodness on the way to your viewing screens. So keep an eye out for that. I will be back again on Wednesday this week with my next Project Life spread. And then on Thursday this week, I will have another live video at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be putting together a couple of these foundation pages with you guys live. I think I have 3 of them lined up ready to go. So that is the plan here. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye now.